Okay, let me share some tips on how to teach the S sound. And usually kids that are having difficulty with this sound is because they are um, pushing their tongue out between their teeth at the TH placement, and probably have a little bit of a lisp going on there. So the story that I like to tell them is this to help get that tongue back where it's supposed to be. All right, so you are going to be a snake trainer. Yeah. And so your tongue is the snake, and your teeth, that's the cage. And so your job is to keep the snake inside the cage. Do not let him out. He's going to try to come out a lot. Don't let him come out. And he gets so mad when you close that cage that he hisses like this. So let's see if we can make your snake hiss a lot. All right, so let's close the cage and then make your snake hiss. All right, so if their teeth are closed, then the only place for their tongue to go is in the right spot. They can't push forward if their back teeth are closed. So a lot of times when you're first teaching this to clear up like a lisp, you tell them to keep your teeth closed, bite down on your teeth in the back, and now make that sound. Okay? So, but a lot of times what happens is they start talking like this, and they say everything like this with their teeth closed because they're trying so hard to keep that tongue in. So you can tell them this when they start doing that. Say, hey, you're a snake trainer, and you've got to train your snake to stay inside the cage even if the cage is open. That's when you know you're a good trainer, is when the snake will stay in and the cage is open. So let's try opening the cage a little bit, and let's see if your snake will stay in. All right, so we're going to say sun, sand, because usually they'll go sun, seal, six, and you want to have them go sun, sand, seal. Good job. And then see if their snake will stay in. Okay, so that's a good way to teach them where the tongue has to be. Now, another thing that you can do just for really good practice is when they say a t, their tongue is exactly in the right place for an S, actually. And so, but they just have to add air to that, okay? So you would have them practice t, s, t, s, t, s, t, s, t, s, and then have them start doing the S longer and longer, okay? T, s, t, s, t, s. And so that's a good way to help them get the right placement. So let me show you, let's go over some of the words using visual phonics with this. So you would say soup, and make sure they don't go thoop, they go soup, okay? And you can have them go tss. You can have them start with that T sound, seven, sink, all right? The T and blend it into that S. And then baseball, policeman, castle. Now, don't be afraid of blends again. So like if they say mask, show them both sounds that they have to do. The end, fence, mouse, glass. Great. Okay. The hardest thing is that tongue's going to sneak out. So every time that it does, you have to say, your snake got out. Get him back in the cage. Let's try that again, okay? Now, I'm going to do a whole video on S blends. We've got some really fun things to show you on how to teach kids the S blends. So watch the video on S blends to help you with that.